Good morning, students. Today I am going to take the 12th standard class of this academic year. I am happy to start with the chemistry subject. The unit is 1. It's a metallurgy. Metallurgy means it's nothing but it's a technology of metals with the science. You have to think about without the metals, how can we survive? It's not possible. For example, you have to notice that your surroundings. For example, I will notice that my surroundings, its notice board or the blackboard and the window and this doors. Not only like that, apart from that, electronic equipments and the vehicles, all those things it contains metals. So we have to need the metals more in this world. So how to know that the metals of the state? First of all, we have to know that the state of the metals. Once in nature, the few metals only have to occur in the native state. Native state means it's gold, silver, copper, platinum, like that. But the other metals having only the combined state, like the oxides, sulfides, and silicates. Example: aluminium oxide, zinc sulfide, like that. Okay. First, you have to extract from the compound state. Extract means separation. Separation means filtered. So we have to separate the compound in this to get the pure metals. Okay. So for that, we have to know that some terms like the minerals. What is that minerals? Minerals is the native state or compound state. The common name is minerals. Minerals means kanima bala. Okay. And then go for ores. Ores is the meaning of the minerals, which minerals having the high percentage of metals. That kind of minerals called ores. I will give the examples to understand easily. I am considered as a metals, it's iron. Two metals ions is there. Around 800 minerals having the iron metals. I am just consider the two minerals of iron. In this one minerals of iron having 10% of metals and another minerals having 80% of metals. So which one you have to choose to extraction process? Which one? எந்த minerals நீங்க வந்துட்டு பிரிக்கிறதுக்கு process யூஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க? So the 80% of minerals only have to choose. That kind of minerals is called ores. So now you have to understand about high percentage of metals of minerals. So all the minerals is not the ores, but all the ores is the minerals. Can you understand about the minerals and the ores? Next, go for that some kind of ores name. Another example for aluminium, China clay and the bauxite. For find out the ores. Aluminium ores is a bauxite, diaspora, kaolinite. So bauxite, diaspora, kaolinite is here. Apart from this, China clay also the ores of aluminium, but it's not a ore. Why? Because the China clay having the low percentage of atoms, that is metals, and bauxite having high percentage of metals. So I consider only the bauxite is the minerals ores of the aluminium. Okay. So the composition of bauxite is Al2O3NH2O and diaspora composition is Al2O3H2O and kaolinite the composition is Al2Si2O5OH4. Here I will give in the notes for so many kind of ores of the metals. You just read carefully and you have to practice it. Okay? And then go for the process of the separation method, that is extraction method. Here the mainly three method is there. The first method is concentration of the ore, then extraction of the crude metals, and then refining of the crude metals. Now I am going to explain about the concentration of the ore. Okay, in this concentration of the ore, it means in the metals having the compound state, already I told you know the sulfides and the silicates, but not like that. It's non-metallic compounds also it's combined of the minerals. Like that name is impurities. that is non-metallic substance. So we have to separate these impurities in this process called concentration of the ore. So removal of the impurities, it's called concentration of the ore, that is a simple. And then in the concentration of the ore having some kind of the sub process, the gravity separation or hydraulic wash, and then froth flotation method. So I am going to explain about hydraulic wash. Hydraulic means water, you know very well about hydraulic meaning of the water. So the simple terms, that is water wash, that's it. So if we have any minerals contain the impurities, we just go through the running waters, automatically it will remove the impurities. So the simple process is the hydraulic wash. Then go for the froth flotation method. Froth flotation. Froth means nurai, that is bubbles. Flotation. So nurai mirabu nurai, that is froth flotation method. So I will give the explanation through these diagrams. So in these pictures, verify to me how the froth flotation method is process is going. So for this, it's the air supply and this motor and the sensor. This is the tailings, and we have to go for the process. How to connect the froth flotation method? How to remove the impurities to the concentration of the ore. Okay, so now go for the process. You just powder the crude metal, that is powdered impurities metals have to contain in this container along with the water, and also add that oils, that is eucalyptus oil, pine oil. In this eucalyptus oil and pine oil, it makes bubbles, it makes froth, that is nurai. Okay, so that we have to add along with water, that is pine oil and eucalyptus oil, and sodium ethyl xanthan also we have to add for act of collectors. Okay, now once you started the stirring process, automatically the crude metals is collected in the raising of the surface, and the impurities it settle down bottom of the materials. So we have to collect the impurities of the tailing and collect the metals of the surface. So we have to get that the bubbles, that is froth flotation, we have to get that the froth. After that froth have to let into the dry. So finally we can get that the removal of the crude metals using the froth flotation method. The simple way, we have the stirring and that froth is floating off the surface, impurities is collecting the tails, and the crude is collecting the top of the materials. That's it. So this is the froth flotation method. And another one over leaching method. Leaching method also having some small processes there. First one is cyanide leaching. Leaching is nothing but its solubility of the ores. We have to choose the suitable solvent. We have to stir and solubility of the solvent. Automatically impurities is settled down and the metals is always soluble in the solubility of the solvent. In this method is called leaching method. So cyanide leaching. In this process, it's going through the, I will give the through in chemical composition. And silver react with the cyanide ion along with oxygen and water. So we have to get gold cyanide ions and hydroxide ions also in aqueous state. But we have to get solid state. So we have to here aqueous state only. So in process we continue. So zinc solid state react with the gold cyanide ions. It's product of the zinc cyanide ions and the gold solid state. In this process is called cementations. So most important one, the exam having the 5 mark questions will come. So you have to read carefully. Okay, and then go for the ammonia leaching. Ammonia leaching also you have to find out from this title. Ammonia is act of the solvent. The aqueous ammonia have to dip into the metals, automatically separate the impurities and metals. That's it. That is the easy way for ammonia leaching, like that the hydraulics wash. Here using water to wash that hydraulic impurities remove. And then here ammonia aqueous is using for removal of the impurities. That's it the difference. And go for alkali leaching. We have to add some alkali metals to removal of the impurities. For example, Al2O3 solid state is react with the sodium hydroxide, that's 2NaOH plus 3H2O. We have to get NaAOH4 in aqueous states. So we have alkali metals also act of the solubility of the solvent to separate the impurities or metals. And then go for acid leaching. Same processes but using the acids. Acids means you know very well about the hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and the sulfuric acid. Here I am going to use the hottest sulfuric acid to use reacting with the zinc sulfide. It's along with the oxygen we have to get zinc sulfate and sulfur and water. So sulfur is the solid state. So this method also the very good examples for that concentration of the ore. And then go for the magnetic separations. Magnetic separations also one of the most important process. Just listen carefully. Here what kind of metals applicable to this process? Means ferromagnetic ores. In ferromagnetic ores means the magnetic power the ores only have to applicable in this process. Example, I am going to explain. The powdered ore, that is magnetic power ores is powdered ore getting to is the moving bed. The moving bed having two wheels, one wheel having the magnetic power and one wheel have non-magnetic powers. Once you have to allow the powdered ore, it's come to down on the different direction. It's depend on the non-metallic, it's collected one direction and metallic it's one direction because of the magnetic power. So easy method to separate the impurities of the using of magnetic separations. Start. The next method is extraction of the crude metals. Extraction of the crude metals means we have to removal of the impurities is through the extraction of the crude metals. It is also having that so many process. Then go for the conversion of ores into oxide and reduction of the metals of oxides. What is this conversion of the ores into oxides? Some metals having that ores, it's converted into oxides and some oxides metals into reductions. So the two mainly have to extraction of the crude metals. First one things conversion of the ores into oxides. For example, the conversion of the ores into oxides, it's mainly two classification is roasting method and calcination method. Roasting method and calcination method I am going to explain to you. So the roasting methods happens only the presence of air. The calcination methods happening only the absence of air. So roasting method, its presence of air means directly we have to go for that heat process, the symbol of the heat process. So the example, the lead sulfur. So 2 PbS plus 3 O2 gives 2 Pb lead oxide and 2 SO2 sulfur dioxide. So this is the one of the roasting method to get that removal of the impurities of the minerals. And then go for another examples. 2 zinc sulfide react with oxygen, it gives zinc oxide and along with sulfur dioxide. These two both are example for the roasting method, it's happening the presence of air. And then go for calcinations method. Calcinations method already I told you, this happening only absence of air. So it will decompose. You know very well about that the 11th standard class, it only one compound it applicable to the reactions, it's called, what is that? Decomposition reaction. So obviously you have to find out easily this kind of reaction is the decomposition reactions. So lead carbonate, the PbCO3 reacted, we can get the product is lead oxide along with carbon dioxide. In this carbon dioxide is gaseous state. That's what I am going to give that arrow in the upper state. And another example for the calcination process, it's calcium carbonate, CaCO3. It's decomposed, we have to get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gaseous state. So, CaO plus CO2, this is the gaseous state. That's what I am going to give that the upper arrows. So, this is and all for roasting calcination is only for the conversion of the ores into the oxides. And then go for the another process, that is reduction of the metal oxides. So, in these metal oxides we want to reduct. Why? Because this acting the reducing agent only we have to implement for reductions metal of the oxides. Example, smelting. What is the meaning of smelting? Okay, the meaning you have to find it from that word melting. Melting is the kind of smelting, that's it. One kind of metal in solid state you have to be converted into feasible, that flexible, and then you have to applicable to the melted, and then you have to remove the impurities easily. That process is called smelting. Smelting is nothing but only that is simple melting process, that's it. Okay. In the solid state metals have to convert into feasible metals, and then easily have to remove the impurities. For example, Fe2O3 in solid state and along with carbon monoxide, that is CaO, that is gaseous state. It's reacted, we have to get the product is iron with the carbon dioxide. The iron is the solid state. Okay. Then go for the another important example. In this example, it's very important for the smelting process. The exam will come the 2 mark questions, you have to notice carefully. That is flux. Flux means the flexible, the feasible metals. And this is gangue. Gangue already we have to revise in this concentration of force. What is the meaning of concentration of force? I already explained about the concentration of ores. It's contain the impurities, that is non-metallic properties also combined with the minerals. That kind of minerals have to remove the impurities, that is called concentration of ores. That kind of metals with a non-metal compound, it's called gangue. Okay. So, that is silicon dioxide, it's act of the gangue, and calcium oxide, it's act of the flux. It's both are reacted, we have to get that calcium silicate, that is called slag. So, CaSiO3, the solid state, that is a calcium silicate slag is we have to get it. That is process is called smelting. So, we go through for the previous state, the conversion of the ores into the oxide, it's roasting and calcination. Roasting, it's presence of only the air, and calcination is without the air, that is absence of air. And then go for reduction of the metal oxide is smelting. Smelting is only nothing but the melting process. Okay. Next go for the another process, that is reduction by carbon. Why it's called a reduction by carbon? Why? Because it's called the carbon act the reducing agent. So that only we have to write down reduction by carbon. Okay. Here carbon acting the reducing agent. For example, zinc oxide solid react with the carbon. It's we want to get the zinc solid state with the carbon monoxide gaseous state. The another examples, it's Cr2O3 chromium trioxide, and obviously carbon is the reducing agent. So, we have to get the chromium solid state along with carbon monoxide gaseous state. So, this is also the most important extractions method. So, you have to read carefully. And reduction of the hydrogen. So, you know very well about the reduction by carbon as well as the reduction of the hydrogen also acting that reducing agent. So, reducing agent so many things is there, but I am going to explain the few metals only. So, here carbon and then for hydrogen, and AgO2 is the solid state react with the hydrogen acting the reducing agent. We have to get the silver in this solid state and the H2O along with the liquid state. The another examples, obviously I told you the importance of the equations, like that the slag. So this is also the very important equations. You have to notice that nickel oxide, the solid state, react with the carbon monoxide along with hydrogen, that is reducing agent. Already noticed that the title. So have to get the nickel, the pure solid state, and carbon dioxide along with the water in the gaseous state. So obviously you know that the gaseous state of the water, it's automatically evaporate of the minerals. Okay, then go for the next process, that is reduction of by metals. Reduction by metals, what is the meaning of reduction? Metal is reduction by metal. Yes, it's happened. Reduction by metals. We have to using the metals to reduction, metals also using the reducing agent, like that the carbon, hydrogen. So the metals, we have to use that some kind of metals only acting the reducing agent, like that magnesium, sodium. So I am going to give that for an example for magnesium. Barium dioxide react with the magnesium, we have to get barium oxide and magnesium oxide. And another example is B2O3 along with Na. Na means sodium, the sodium metal is acting the reducing agent, we have to get that pure boron and Na2O. And then go for the another examples. For the rubidium trioxide react with the magnesium, magnesium is the reducing agent. Here these and all those things is a reducing agent. You have to think and you have to mind it carefully, and you have to get the rubidium pure and magnesium oxide. So in this process is called reduction of the metals. And then go for auto reductions. You have to notice that all those things, some kind of things is happen for reducing agent, or absence of air, or presence of air, or melting. So many things we have to done in this class. But the last one, auto reduction. Auto reduction you have to know from this title, auto, automatically it's reducing. We cannot give that any reducing agent. It's automatically reduced to the metals of the, we have to the impure from the pure metals. Example, H, that is mercury sulfur react with the oxygen, we have to get the mercury with the sulfur dioxide. In the sulfur dioxide is a gaseous state. So that only I mentioned that upper arrow. This called Cinnabar. So already we have to learn about the extractions method in this lesson. For first one is concentration of the ore and the extraction of the crude metal, and another one is refining of the crude metals. The refining of the crude metals, it's have to go for the coming to the class. Okay students, I wind up the class from here. So I am going to send that notes for you. You have to study and write it. You have to follow the separate notebooks for that chemistry or any other subject. You have to follow the separate notes. Then only we have to consider your presence of that day. So I am going to follow the attendance. So you have to send it at 5 o'clock in the evening daily. Then only you have to note it your attendance. So please students, you have to follow that all those things and have to study and read and write. That is must. Okay. Thank you.